Neil Gaiman is a prolific writer. He's the co-author with Terry Pratchett of Good Omens, a novel that became an international bestseller. He came to the world's attention before this with the DC Comics series Sandman. It was so well received that one edition won the 1991 World Fantasy Award for Best Short Story, making it the first comic to receive a literary award. Like Good Omens, Sandman has also been made into a TV series viewed by millions. Like many of the giants of the fantasy genre working today, he cites Tolkien and Roger Zelazny among his main inspirations. As a child, he loved the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis, Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, and Batman comics. If you read enough Gaiman, you can see whispers of all these influences in his work. His novels, Neverwhere and Stardust, are among my favourites, but right at the top of the tree is American Gods, a darker fantasy which has won both the Hugo and Nebula Awards and has also been made into TV. The novel is based on the concept of gods drawing power from their believers. The strength and even the existence of a god depends entirely on the belief and attention it receives. As the old gods are forgotten, they weaken, while new gods, fueled by modern obsessions such as technology and media, rise in prominence. This book is a struggle between the old gods like Odin and the new deities birthed by technology. The idea that as we forget gods and cease to worship them, they eventually die out is not a new one, but Gaiman gives it fresh legs and brings it right up to date. The protagonist is someone called Shadow Moon. Hours before his release from prison, his beloved wife is killed in a freak accident. He meets an enigmatic stranger, Mr. Wednesday, who introduces Shadow to the old gods scratching a living across America, along with some new gods, manifestations of modern life and technology such as the internet. A clear example of how people now worship at the altar of the smartphone rather than in a church or temple. There are some memorable, well-drawn characters in American Gods, and even zombies get a look in. Shadow Moon's dead wife is reanimated to play her part in the story. This is a great book. He's also written another based on the same theme, Anansi Boys. It's a good read, but doesn't quite match American Gods. I would place American Gods among the top 10 fantasy novels published in the 21st century. And just a thought for writers of fantasy who are getting nothing but rejection letters or a resounding silence when they submit their work. In the 1980s, before his career took off, Gaiman worked in journalism, conducting interviews with authors and writing book reviews to establish connections that would later aid him in getting published. He is not the only writer to have done this. Getting yourself known by those who make the decisions on whether a manuscript is accepted is one route to getting a novel published. It won't work if you can't write, of course, but there are so many people attempting to break into fantasy today that getting your name and face known will give you an edge. Well, that's all for this episode. If you like these podcasts and find them useful, please follow or subscribe and share them with your friends. If you want to help with the cost of making them, you can buy me a cup of coffee.